Hey, welcome to this edition of Man Cave Technology. Today we're going to be taking a look at some new products out from Amazon, some which we really wonder how useful they are going to be. A giant telephone for your desktop in your kitchen. We're also going to take a look at an Amazon device that will take pictures of you, selfies when you come out of the shower and that type of thing. And also Apple is giving a big makeover to their stores, and we have an opinion about it on this edition of Man Cave Technology. Hey guys, welcome to the show. We have been messing around. If you haven't seen us messing around, you should check out the Facebook page because we did a little live stream just now of basically messing around. But we are happy to kick off today, and Ryan just can't get over himself. I don't know what's going on there. Wow. But we do have some interesting stories. I want to talk about this Amazon thing first because I think it's one of the most ridiculous things that I've seen in a while. Amazon has introduced the Echo Show, which basically looks like, it reminded me of when Microsoft introduced the Surface table, which it's like, what are you going to do with a table that looks like a computer? Yeah. Now, the Echo Show is like a big speaker / video phone that works in one place because you plug it in and put it on a counter.
It's like those old TVs that you used to get like at, I don't know, Radio Shack that would like, it had the antenna and everything right. And it would pick up the signal and it was black and white.
It's like what the future was going to be 100 years ago when they looked into it. And now we can just do this on here, but why just do it on your phone when you can literally have a dedicated device for each room of your house?
That's right.
What's Radio Shack?
That is true. What is it?
Now, how big is this thing? It literally looks like it's like a tablet.
It's
just like a upgraded tablet.
But it has like some, I don't know. It looks like where the speaker is, they made it really big to get good bass, which kind of makes it look goofy because it's not as sleek as you would want it to be.
Yeah.
It's like Star Trek X.
What's the price point on it?
It is
okay,
$229. Oh, that's right.
$229. It comes in white and black.
Wow. Yeah, that's not because if it was like $500, it's like just buy yourself some speakers.
$229 white and black. But it's just like pretty thick and weird.
Where I could see this being used is like
strange.
You could place it in your kitchen, and then you could use it for like when you're cooking. You could play like tutorials or whatever,
Exactly.
like
live TV. Because why prop up your phone or take your iPad
or laptop?
Right, and then you can put one in your bathroom.
Get rid of your recipe book and just get one of these, and then FaceTime your mom while you're cooking, and she'll just give you the recipe.
I think the sad thing is it's just making people more lazy because you can just talk to it from across the room, and it hears you even with music and everything going on. You can just like say, what is it, like Alexis or something, whatever.
Yeah, Alexa,
and it hears you, and you can be like, oh, Pandora, oh, skip this song, oh, turn to this, type this in. You don't have to do anything.
Right. And I will say this: the actual Alexa, and I've had Alexa for quite a while, the Amazon Echo, I should say. And we're sorry if you own one of these devices. We've probably just made it wake up a million times. But I've had an Amazon Echo and also the Google system, and I will say that with this system, it works really good because guess what? You can put one and you can be in like 10 rooms and it can hear you. With this new one, it's like a visual thing. So if you wanted to have it, you would need it in multiple rooms. And the other thing is now you can call other ones, but then you've got to call, someone has to have one. So like, Donovan, would you buy one of these so that we could talk to each other from our kitchens?
I don't think I would do that.
Yeah, you would. You would.
Goodness. Oh my
You
goodness.
might.
Now, what if you had like a couple of these throughout the house? Now that might have some value.
True, you could do like an intercom,
which is always fun.
Yeah, but I'm not going to spend $1,000 per household when I already have something that can do it in my hand while I get in the car.
You're at, right?
It
I'm driving
it does
on the
bring up the
freeway.
question: how much did you pay for that?
Yeah, but you're gonna already have that.
But I'm already
You know what
have
they need to do is just make it like a Roomba and just
then
it roams around your house.
They already have
and
those though. The little screens that are attached to like a pole that you can drive around.
See,
Telepresence.
they're not inventing anything.
I think this is a fail. I think it's a complete fail.
I think it is. Last week they introduced the Echo Look, which is essentially a selfie camera in an Echo form, and you can tell it to take a picture of you, and then it judges your fashion and lets you know if you know what you're wearing.
So all
it says,
the Instagram haters from a mirror pic.
Love your look
from
every
your own
day.
device.
Take hands-free photos with built-in LED lighting and computer vision-based background blur.
Okay,
Browse your wardrobe with the Echo Look app. Use Style Check for a second opinion on what looks best.
Computer vision background blur, right? AKA what Apple did with portrait mode.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Other than that,
other
than that, I think that Amazon's heading in a totally bad direction with all these new Alexa-enabled devices because they made the Amazon Echo. Everyone kind of didn't know what it was for a little bit. It was on the front page of Amazon. Everyone started using it. Everyone actually liked it, other than that terrible commercial that like turned it on.
But that was with Google even.
And then you have Google kind of competing with it. Then you have the little one, right? The Amazon, the Echo Dot, right? That can connect in multiple rooms, and you can do all that. Now they're selling themselves short by just making new devices out of nowhere.
They're kind of random.
They're creating
need. Sense. The Dot makes sense.
For sure.
It's just a little one.
Well, they're trying to create a need for something that isn't there whatsoever, whereas they should have just said, hey, we did a good job and keep improving the
instead of going out into all these directions. I mean, Richard, do you want to stand in your bedroom and have this computer take photos of you with background blur and criticize your wardrobe?
I'm sorry, does it take pictures of me without me knowing?
I think
of course it does.
You may accidentally say something and wake it up.
Terms and conditions.
I hope Dalton will put this maybe in when he edits it, but this is the picture that they're showing. I mean, this is for people who want to twirl around and have this thing take photos of them and then get criticized by a computer for not looking good.
Well, and isn't the whole thing with the viewer, the TV, to basically cater to the people who don't want to carry around their phones? I mean, isn't that who they're catering to?
I just think that this is a little bit like too little, too late type thing. Like this would have been cool several years ago.
Yeah, in 2001.
Yeah.
Style Check, you can get your 64%.
64%? That doesn't seem like
36%. So I mean,
she's wearing the same clothes.
Do you want to wake up? You want to wake up and it tells you, oh, this is a 12% day.
I feel like that's a random number generator.
I think random number generator. I think that these devices are aimed at two type of demographics that fit into one person. A lot of money extra to spend, and number two is you have very low self-esteem.
Good job.
But it's just going to maybe make it worse.
Lower.
Yeah, exactly.
Could you sue them
if
it plummets you into a bad place?
This is all a ploy to get your money. They just want to sell you more clothing and the clothing that they recommend.
Guys, this technology is being made overseas for like $5 a pop, and we're selling it for $2. They're wondering why we buy these. This is a 2-megapixel camera.
Why do we buy these?
Wow.
These are leftovers.
Yeah,
wow.
It is a really weird thing, and you got to. I mean, this would be like something a creeper would make.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's weird.
If I just said, weird. What's the most creepy device we could do? Put something in your bedroom that's going to take selfies of you wearing different clothing. I mean, that's just creepy.
Yeah, this would be like the guy.
I'll take two.
This would be like the guy in the engineering team, right? And he has a great idea, but it's a quote great idea, but everyone else doesn't like it. And then they go along and they vote him off, and they say, "Hey, you're still part of the engineering team, but we're not going to do your idea." Then they go and make the Echo, and then some random CEO comes in and says, "Why don't we make this guy's idea? I have a lot of money." And then they make something like this.
But let's get to the real reason they're doing this. The real reason they're doing this is not necessarily that they're creepers, because they want to sell you stuff. And so it wasn't enough to know what we're searching. It wasn't enough to know what we're looking at. They literally now want to see you when you step out of the shower and try to sell you, buy this underwear, buy this. Oh, that's only 12%, but if you'll buy this one for $100, then you'll be a 90% day. It's just creepy.
It's too much.
They've gone too far.
I would actually be really interested in seeing how the sales plummet, but that's just mine.
Yeah. Anyone read 1984? No, I'm just kidding.
I think it's very bizarre. We'll see if they have any success. Amazon, kind of like Google, they'll throw things out there, they'll see what happens, and then, Google shut down so many things. They'll try this, and then they shut it down. I think Amazon's now getting into that territory of, let's just try a bunch of stuff, and that'll creep people out, and we probably won't do it, but at least we'll have tried. So I think it's very weird. I also think that this whole situation with the Apple stores is kind of interesting. From what I have read, they're wanting to be more natural looking, and they're going to put in trees and things. And some of the idea in some of these stores is to attract younger generation to be hanging out at the Apple stores, chilling around there, and the idea that it's very natural. I love that they're in true Apple style. The story that I'm looking at shows, somebody in a kilt looking at stuff, which here in America, that's still not normal. If you have a kilt, that's cool.
Trying.
But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about what Apple's trying to do with this?
Well, it looks interesting. Are they gonna put, like, I know in other stores they put Macs on a lot of the tables for you to test. In the picture that it shows on the website, it literally looks like it's like a coffee shop hangout. So you're literally gonna sit there eating food, watching people look at the Macs, and like, I don't know. There wouldn't be a place that I go to like relax.
They're getting kind of weird. My parents had to go. I think my sister had a problem with her phone. They went to an Apple store that just got a refresh, next gen store. They said they sent me a picture. There's not even a logo on the store. It's just a big silver front, and you have to, when you walk to the door, if you look to the side, there's a little Apple tucked away. But like, it's kind of like they're almost being so hip that they're too hip to even put their logo on the store.
Cool. Logos are overrated.
That is kind of weird.
Yeah. I think that it will, just like any kind of store revamp, especially with Apple, just because they're such a big company, everyone wants to see what are they going to do, new glass doors, whatever. Or like when the watch came out, how they had all the watches out so everyone could try them on and stuff. I think it'll be a bigger version of that. Like when the new iPhone comes out and they have all the iPhones sitting out there, I think it'll be a bigger version of that. But I think that it'll quickly die down, and it probably won't. I mean, I sound really pessimistic today, but I don't think that it will have a long-lasting impact. Like, hey, look, after 2017, when we created this across America, our sales went up 12%. Like, I don't think that that's an actual metric. I think it'll just be, hey, I'm bored and have extra money and want a tree in my office.
It seems like the opposite shopping experience that I want. I don't want a bunch of people like sitting around looking at me like buying stuff. Like it seems weird. Like, I don't know. I think it's the wrong thing. But
I'm reading about the store that my parents went to, which is in Germantown, Tennessee. They put in a 37-foot big LED display that was $1.5 million to allegedly tie everything together in just a big screen. And then I'm looking at the pictures, and there's just like old people standing around by this screen, and it's just kind of funny. I really think that Apple stores have gone a little downhill the last couple of times I've been in them, and this is why. Used to, all the support was done at the Genius Bar. So you came in, you had an issue, you went to the back, and they helped you. Well, now they just have you just stand wherever in the store. And so they've like stand over there by that, Mac Pro, which granted nobody's buying a Mac Pro these days because they're so outdated. You stand there, and then some guy comes out and helps you right there. And so it's like people are shopping and people are getting tech support all mixed in. And to me, this is just even going in a worse direction. I mean, of let's just kind of have this. It's like the mall of the 90s or something.
Yeah, and I'm reading here on The Verge reported that Apple's senior VP of retail said, quote, "We think of this as our largest product, as like the people or the place where people spend their time." And I can't disagree with that more, because anytime any friends I know, me, myself, go into an Apple store, we love it. It's great. We like to dink around for a little bit. But we like to look at the products. We don't like to like all the time. We're not having coffee with 150 other people, including the 50 Apple employees that are there, unless they're going to massively buy out all the stores around them and combine, to the size of Costco or something. Yeah. Then it might be okay. Maybe with how small the stores are.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to open a coffee shop in the store.
Now that's next level.
That's next level.
Made by Apple computers.
Made by Apple I mean, unless you're buying a Mac, answer me if I'm wrong. Basically, it's just a waiting room.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you that.
You're spending your time there. It's kind of like the doctor's office. You only spend your time in the waiting room because you need to see the doctor.
Right. Yeah. Let me ask you this, and this is something that the feminist, will not like, but I've looked at the statistics for this channel, and the majority, and we're glad for our female viewers, but it's like 2% or 1% or maybe 0% after this. But here's a question: is Apple turning to feminine. When it's like it says that they're changing the name of whatever to the Avenue, inspired by window displays along a boulevard that dynamically change with the season. Avenue walls are interactive themed windows where Apple's products come to life. New creative pros, Apple experts in creative art. Like, I don't know, but me personally, that does not stoke my jets. Like, I do not get excited going, oh, I've always wanted to go to the Avenue and window shop the products. Like, I want to just be cool.
Yeah.
And like, I've gone to the Microsoft store and they have like the Xbox sitting there and you can sit and play the Xbox, and that's cool. And it's just, it's kind of a cool place. This is just sounding, I mean, that between that and the Kilt, this is just starting to not.
Whoa.
Well, I'm just saying, and it's fine. Once again, it's fine. But I mean, I'm just looking at a bunch of seats to sit, which I don't want to do. A bunch of trees, which that brings no value to me, and then just
and now we introduce water, unless they're fake trees. We introduce water next to electronics.
Right.
They're going to be fake.
So can you now bring your animals in? Is this gonna be like a park?
I guarantee you they're going to be real. I guarantee you they're real.
I think this is all about location. For us, it's not that appealing because we could just walk outside and we get that experience.
That's true.
Like, I want a high-tech store when I go into an Apple store, which is usually what I expect. But like, maybe in a different location, green is what they want to see.
Yeah.
So.
And to be fair, this show, we produced this based out of the Pacific Northwest in the state of Oregon, where it is green and
everywhere.
mountains, and we see snow-capped mountains every day, and it's beautiful. And you may live somewhere where you don't have green trees, and this is a chance.
Imagine the Apple store with the 3 trees in the middle of a
Sahara desert. All the kids want to come and see what a tree looks like.
You're not wrong.
Gather around and see the red tree. So we would love to know what your opinion is. If you watch our show, let us know, because I would be very curious if you think that's going to be awesome, or if that's just like a turn off. And if you have Macs, you're going to be going, I'll go get a Microsoft Surface just because not to deal with it. All right. Our last story for today is a rumored severe supply shortages for the iPhone 8 due to production difficulties. We always see these kinds of things, but this latest rumor is showing that this could delay the iPhone for a while and push it back several months from like a September on farther. Does anybody care? What do you guys think?
I think they should have marketed this. They should have done a limited release, like Kanye West with his shoes.
There you go.
Like, just be like, because people buy it. They buy it because exclusivity. So they could have just been like, oh, we're only selling a limited number for this time,
Right.
and then they should have just released it
and then had it there. Yeah. Apparently, what's causing all the trouble is, what people are doing now is we want glass on the whole front of the phone. Mm-hmm. We want it to be a screen. So they're doing the thumbprint on the back. Most companies are, and Apple has allegedly found a way to do it on the front as part of the screen, and that's also
but they're having difficulty with trying to actually do it,
right?
Which I'm like, why they're that, and then there was something else that they're having trouble with too, and I'm like, why did you not figure that stuff out before you're like, hey, we're releasing this?
Yeah,
it's like, hey, we're doing this. By the way, we don't have everything figured out. We got a whole bunch of bugs.
Of course,
but
to be fair, we just all expect that they're going to always be launching these phones, and they could just, they haven't made an actual official whatever, so they still could just say, hey, that was our plan all along, but we know that they try to do it.
Yeah, and with the last couple iPhone releases, there's been various rumors that hey, production's behind, hey, glass manufacturer, hey, Broadcom is behind on creating this chip or that chip, and we're waiting on them. We have iPhones on the line just waiting to put that one chip in, or to get certified or battery checked, or whatever. There's all these like weird things, but I don't remember the last time that Apple really had a plummet saying, like a Kickstarter project, like, hey, we're gonna take 6 more months or 2 more months. They're pretty on the ball. From their internal estimations that they haven't released it yet, instead of having the keynote and saying it, you can buy this today on the Apple Store in a couple hours. Other than that, they've been pretty on the ball. I don't know about their internal timing, but I would assume plus or minus a couple of days.
Yeah, we'll see. And since they haven't made any announcements yet,
they're super behind. Is 48 hours.
Right. And we haven't seen any announcements yet. So when they do announce it, maybe they'll say, "Hey, it just is coming December." But they were. I ordered the black stainless steel Apple Watch with a big nice one, and it took them like an extra 5 or 6 months to get it, which was kind of derelict. But it is what it is. So we will keep our eyes out on that, and we will keep you informed at home. So continue to watch. So thank you for watching this episode of the Man Cave Technology Podcast.